Well, I guess I'm plagued. I come across too vague. I'm not seen.
I was glad that I had been getting some more gigs, including ones in different areas, different parts of London, and even outside of London, including ones where I got paid properly as well. It was encouraging as I had stopped applying for gigs quite a while ago, but applying again more recently, I had been more successful. As well as a festival that I'd been asked to perform my poetry at in London, I was asked the same day to perform in a pub somewhere else in London with a band, performing one of my poems. When I got to the festival, I found out there was an after party, which I would sadly have to miss because of my performance later on in the pub. But I would have also had to have waited around a long time, and maybe I wouldn't have enjoyed it or got to hang out with people much or met anyone that might have been a future friend or girlfriend. I hoped the after party wasn't good so I wouldn't be missing out. I was worried my material might be too dark and depressing for the audience, as it's a family-friendly festival. A lot of my stuff is about some dark subjects, about hatred, corruption, even benefit deaths. I was received well by a good audience I had. The hosts of the gig said it was good. People who watched said it was good and applauded me. My friend watched it and videoed me, so that was good as well to know I'd have footage of it. As I was travelling to the second performance I was going to do, performing my poem with the band in another part of London, I thought how far I'd come with travelling. I used to get lost all the time, pretty much every place I travelled to. Now I get public transport a lot, several times a week, and I can nearly always find places without trouble. Unfortunately, this journey was extra difficult for me. Somewhere where I changed, in this bit of London, there were 3 train stations with the same name. The signs saying where the station was were contradicting each other, as were the information online. I was walking around in circles for quite a while. At one of the wrong train stations, I managed to ask someone working there, and she gave me some directions. This sounded a bit contradictory, but luckily I managed to clarify with her things and managed to get to the right train station. It looked like I was still going to make it on time to the pub. For my last train of the journey, I managed to get a big overground train to the area the pub was in, and it looked like I should have enough time to walk to the pub from the station. My sat-nav seemed to not know the layout of the area I was in. It sent me back into the train station, told me to turn right when there was a wall blocking where I was going. A woman working at the train station didn't know where the pub was. I walked around and found another entrance to the station, and I asked a staff member there. She gave me some directions which I didn't entirely understand, but she did mention another road I had to find. I used my sat-nav to successfully find that road, then used it to try and get to the actual road the pub was on. Again, my sat-nav kept wanting me to turn right when there were walls blocking where I would have to turn. I ended up having to use my map on my sat-nav to work out where I was in relation to where the pub was and work out my own route, ignoring what my sat-nav was telling me. Then I did get to the correct road and to the pub. We did a run-through of my poem with the band. Someone went up to me and told me what I did was amazing. He was also filming and asked me if I could move a little bit out of the shot when I wasn't performing my poem in instrumental bits. Even though it's great when people say I'm really good, I also don't like being told what to do, so that was annoying me. We didn't have a big audience. Most of the time there weren't more than 10 people in the pub watching. My performance with the band went down well. I sat down afterwards and then was asked to move again because I was in the way of the camera. I wanted to sit down, but I was worried I might be taking someone's seat and didn't want to have to move again. A woman who was sitting down said I could sit down and invited me to sit near her. She said I looked good on camera, and I thought, great, maybe this is where I'll meet someone who's just doing things and not looking for a partner. This would have been the first time since 2018 that I would have met someone not using online dating. She touched me affectionately and then mentioned being the girlfriend of someone who was there.